What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Siren Frost. How you guys doing tonight? And in today's video, we're doing an update video of my fated one ever-changing Krysrain deck profile post set 10. This is going to be the very last Lyrical Monasterio update for set 10 until set 11 for me to do. Don't get me wrong, I have all the cards for set 11, but I want to get all the set 10 updates much as out there as possible. So this is why I'm just starting with set 10. I know it's like 3 sets behind, but let's be fair, I already messed up on not getting set 12 and 13, so I might have to wait for those cards another time, but hopefully we'll get everything pretty much updated and I'll catch up to go. So for now, let's just stick what we have right now. So let's just see what we cooked up for this, and keep in mind this is also based on theme decks and character decks from Mikoto Saito. So please be very patient with me and just hear me out. That's all I can ask for. Now for the ride deck, of course, I use the energy counter always in all my videos now, because to me it's just more convenient, and I don't like carrying another deck box that has like a lot of energy counters or not energy counters, energy cards in them. So I figured this will help, and it's also very convenient to keep track with just a dice. Simple as that. So for me, with my autistic ADHD brain, that's probably what's good for right now. Now for grade 0, of course, this deck is complete for the Krysrain ride line completely. So we're doing the Wonder Lavender Ursule. When this unit is rolled upon, if you win second, draw 1 card, and this card is just good for Marlene as well. Maybe in the next future videos, I might do a full update on the starter decks themselves and see what they've been gathering for a while. Now for grade 1, we have Lively Navy Tiphaine. When this unit is put upon by Confident Aqua Musette, reveal the top card of your deck. You may call it to rear guard if it is a grade 2 or less normal unit, and put it into your hand if it is not. So it just lets you search out certain cards you need, and then, you know, either put it in your hand or not. So now for grade 2, we of course are using Confident Aqua Musette. When this unit is brought upon by a grade 3 card with Krysrain in its card name, reveal the top card of your deck once again, and call it to rear guard if it's a grade 3 or less normal unit, and put it in your hand if it's not. So this just helps you search out the cards that you just need out more. And I know a lot of people may want me to take these out and move them to the Mermaid ride line, like Kari's ride line, but we'll just see what happens on that one. Now for grade 3 Diva herself, this is the fated one of ever-changing Krysrain, making her debut for one last time before she evolves. Now her active 1-turn skill is Counterblast 1 and perform one of the following effects. If you have 4 more units with different card names, perform 2 instead of 1. And if you have 5 or more units, perform all of them instead of 1. The first one is draw 1 card and energy charge 3. The second one is choose one of your units and gets 15,000 power into the turn. This unit gets +1 critical until the end of the turn for the third effect. Now it's her personal divine skill built in is, at the end of battle, this unit attacked a grade 3 grade unit, return all rear guards back into the hand. Choose up to 1 unit card from your hand and call it a rear guard. And to the end of the turn, you can increase or decrease that unit's power and critical to match this unit. So it's a 1-turn attack skill, so that's why you gotta make it count. Now I believe you need to have like maybe 4 cards to activate divine skill, I think. But I think people activate their divine skills a little early on in the game, but I might be wrong about that. So this is the confirmed ride line for me, and it's just perfect right then and there. Now since we are sticking with Mikoto's deck pretty much, kinda, but we're also using some of the ideas I have because this deck's all, to me, mermaid based themed. I figured we'd just go ahead and go through the triggers and just go through them, because why not? So for heals, I play 4 Hush, Diva, and Hortense for the heals. And for 8 crits, we're playing 4 copies of Fluffy Lady Godelieve and 4 copies of Precious Tune Edwige. Basically what this unit does is at the end of battle, this unit boosted, put this unit into your soul and choose one of your units and gets 2,000 power into the end of turn. And it's also good for that more soul and more cards in the soul pretty much. So it's very good. And it's also a mermaid, so that's fine. Now, this is the only non-mermaid, but this is a 3 fronts I like, because we are using soul. Spiny, Spiky, Heathe, or Heath. Heather, or Heath. I don't know. It says Heathe, or Heath. or Heathe. Okay. When this unit is retired from the Guardian Circle, put this card into your soul instead. So, to me, that's a pretty good card to have since we're using a little bit of soul blasting in this deck. I think mostly counter blasting, but I digress. Now, for the over trigger of choice, it is a mermaid, so this is Mysterious Twins, Romia and Rumia. It's a built-in standard for all lyrical over triggers to have this effect, so during this fight, you may get the skill. During your turn, all your rear guards get 10,000 power at the end of this fight. So that's a pretty boomer, not a boomer, but awesome built-in, but every lyrical trigger has that, so. Can we get an over trigger that does not have all effects? But, whatever. Now, for grade 1, I did change it up because it's sent 10. I am playing 4 copies of Snowflake of the Deep Sea Ephemere. Her skill is a 1 turn only, and it's very generic too. When your other rearguard is returned to the hand during your turn, if you have a grade 3 Vanguard that has a mermaid, is a mermaid Vanguard, choose one of your units and gets 5,000 power into the turn. That's the only generic about this. Now for Krysrain's effect, when this unit is returned to the hand from rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name, put a card with a different card name from this card from hand into soul and draw 1 card. So it helps you draw 1 extra card. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Krysrain deck if we don't have the other card that's pretty special here. 4 moderate mint Rochelles. When your grade 3 Greater Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name attacks, Energy Blast 3 and put this unit into your soul. Draw 1 card. If your rearguard did not stand by the card's ability this turn, choose a rearguard chosen by the ability of your grade 3 Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name this turn, and stand it. Huh. So that means it might get Krysrain's ability. So I guess that's what it meant. Now, that's all for the main Krysrain support. Now, here's on generics. We are playing 4 Cooling Heart Yuikas. When your other rear unit in the same column as this unit is placed, if your opponent's a grade 3 Greater Vanguard, this unit gets plus 5,000 power in a turn. At the end of battle, this unit boosted or rear guard, Soul Blast 1. Choose one of the boosted units, boosted rear guards, and return it to the hand. Sorry. I had to settle on that one. So I figured that would be a good, nice little touch. And then we also have 3 perfect guards, which is Diva, a refreshing calm Krysrain for the mermaid perfect guard, and then 1 Elementaria Sanctitude because for the 4th perfect guard. Because this is a free cost if your opponent's Vanguard is using triple drive, the keyword, and you don't have to discard for it. It's a free cost. The downside is you have to remove it from play into the end of the battle. But if your opponent did not get a triple drive keyword, you may treat this as a perfect guard, which means you discard a card from hand. So it's pretty standard right there. The downside is, even if this card is the only card in your hand, you can't use it because your opponent did not have triple drive. That's the downside. So that's the grade 1 lineup. Now for grade 2, we're using a little bit more grade 2s. But of course, I'm using finally a full play set of Levy Pink Francettes. When its unit's power is increased by the actability of your grade 3 Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets 10,000 power into the turn. When this unit attacks, choose any number of your units. If you chose 3 or more units, and all the chosen units were different card names, this unit gets plus 5,000 power and it's the end of the turn. If you chose 4 or more units, and all the chosen units have different card names, at the end of that battle, choose up to 1 of your rear guards and return to the hand. So thanks to the reprint, I managed to get 4 copies. So that's wow right there. Next, we're going down the list of all the colorful ones. We have Morning Practice in the Calm Sea Talmana. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard's Krysrain, which it will be, Soul Blast 2, a special Soul Blast 2 cards with different card names. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 card without Sentinel, reveal it, and if you do not have a rearguard with the same card name as that card, call it to rearguard. And that unit can get 5,000 power into the turn, and then you can shuffle your deck. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 greater Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 power into that battle. So we are playing 4 of this card because that card is sweet effect. Then we have 3 copies of Energetic Yellow Pleinnel. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is Krysrain, which will be, this unit gets plus 5,000 power into a turn, and then Soul Blast 1 with the cost, look at the top card of your deck and call it to regard or discard it. Now, it has a Guardian effect. If you have a Vanguard with Krysrain and its card name, this unit gets 5,000 to his shield. Now, normally I would put this at full, but I think it's good for 3, for the most part. So that is the grade 2 lineup. Now for grade 3, I'm using 3 more copies of Krysrain for Persona writing, and then 4 copies of Sunset and Cut Flowers Curieth. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name, this unit gets plus 5,000 power into the end of that battle. If you have 5 or more units, this unit gets 10,000 power instead of 5,000. So, of course, we will always have a full field for this, so that's not a big deal. But I figured it'd be a better option than the other grade 3 we did have, Wheezmay? I think it's Wheezmay. But I figured this would be a better evolution pill. But yeah, you guys, that is the final deck profile update of the original Krysrain. And that's it for the Lyrical collection for set 10. I hope you guys did like the video so much so. It took me a while to finally get this deck up and running again. It's been a very long time for most of my decks, but I am so happy I can finally have time to build most of them. So that's all for the video for you guys, and thank you all so much for watching. And if you do like the content I do create on my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up for my channel. Comment down below, say what you guys think about it, or as long as it's very appropriate and not troll-like. We don't accept trolls on this channel. We accept a little bit more good energy here. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, as always, there'll be a full deck list in the box down below, so go ahead and check that out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.